There comes a time in life when you realize you are not like everyone else. You've always felt different, as if you were meant for something greater, yet this path often feels lonely, misunderstood, and heavy with responsibility. You are what some call a chosen one, a soul who carries a deep purpose, wisdom beyond your years, and a connection to something beyond the ordinary. But with this gift comes a burden, and there are certain things you keep hidden from the world, things too complex, too dark, or too sacred for others to understand. Today, we will reveal the 8 dark things chosen ones hide from the world. If you've ever felt out of place or sensed an unseen purpose guiding you, this message is meant for you. Before we dive in, if you resonate with this energy, consider subscribing to this channel. Here, we explore hidden wisdom, deep spiritual truths, and insights meant for those awakening to their divine calling. And if you have received this message at exactly the right moment when you needed it most, type 1111 in the comments as a sign of divine alignment and blessings. 1. They feel the pain of the world deeply. Chosen ones don't merely sympathize with suffering, they absorb it, feeling the weight of the world as if it were their own burden to carry. It's not just a fleeting sense of sadness, but a deep, almost physical experience of pain that seeps into their very being. They can sense the hidden anguish behind forced smiles, the silent cries buried beneath laughter, and the unseen wounds that others carry. Their heightened sensitivity makes them natural healers, but it also leaves them vulnerable to emotional exhaustion. Crowded places, distressing news, and even the suffering of strangers can feel overwhelming, forcing them to retreat into solitude for self-preservation. This deep level of empathy is both a rare gift and a heavy curse, as they often struggle to find a balance between caring for the world and protecting their own energy. They rarely speak of this burden because they know that most people wouldn't understand the depth of what they feel. 2. They battle loneliness even in crowds. No matter how many people surround them, chosen ones often feel an unshakable sense of isolation. It's not physical loneliness, but a profound spiritual and intellectual disconnect from those around them. Their minds operate on a completely different frequency, one that seeks truth, depth, and meaning in a world that often prioritizes superficiality. While others engage in small talk about trends and trivial matters, they yearn for conversations about the universe, destiny, and the mysteries of existence. They crave the kind of connection that goes beyond words, one that resonates at the soul level. However, such connections are rare, and this makes them feel like outsiders, even in the presence of family and friends. It's an existence that oscillates between longing for deep companionship and embracing solitude as the only space where they truly feel understood. They may develop an ability to blend in, to smile and engage in social settings, but internally they remain separate, observers in a world that doesn't quite see them for who they are. 3. They experience spiritual warfare. For chosen ones, life is not just a series of ordinary struggles, it is a battlefield of unseen forces. They are warriors fighting a spiritual war that most people cannot even perceive. This warfare manifests in various ways. Sleepless nights filled with unsettling visions, an inexplicable sense of being watched, or an overwhelming heaviness that seems to drain their energy. They may feel as though unseen forces are trying to pull them away from their purpose, testing them through relentless hardships and emotional turmoil. Toxic environments and negative energies seem to cling to them, attempting to disrupt their inner peace. They endure periods of intense internal conflict, battling self-doubt, fear, and temptation as they strive to remain aligned with their higher calling. These struggles are real, but they rarely speak of them because they know most people would dismiss their experiences as mere imagination. Yet deep inside they recognize that every challenge they face is a test, a trial designed to refine them into who they are meant to be. 4. They have seen the dark side of humanity. Chosen ones do not live under the illusion that the world is filled only with kindness and good intentions. They have seen the masks people wear, the deception that lies beneath polished words, and the cruelty that often lurks behind false smiles. Unlike the average person who may take things at face value, they possess an uncanny ability to recognize manipulation, hidden agendas and energy vampires long before others do. They can feel when someone is being insincere, sense when they are being lied to, and perceive the ulterior motives that others fail to notice. This awareness, however, comes at a cost. They must constantly navigate a world where truth is often inconvenient, and where exposing deception can make them a target. Rather than openly confronting the darkness they see, they often remain silent, choosing instead to observe, protect their energy, and move strategically. Their wisdom tells them that not everyone is ready for the truth, and sometimes silence is the most powerful response. 5. They struggle with self-doubt. Despite their wisdom, chosen ones are not immune to self-doubt. In fact, they question themselves more than most. Am I really meant for this? Is my path real, or am I just imagining it? These questions haunt them, especially in moments of struggle and isolation. Society often labels them as too much, too intense, or too different. And after hearing these words enough times, they may begin to wonder if they should suppress their true nature just to fit in. The pressure to conform, to be more like everyone else, can be suffocating. They battle with the fear of being misunderstood, of never finding their place, and of walking a path that feels both divine and impossibly difficult. Yet despite these doubts, a quiet voice deep inside them always whispers the truth. They were chosen for a reason. No matter how much they may waver, the call of their purpose never fully fades, pulling them back to their path time and time again. 6. They fear their own power. Chosen ones possess incredible intuition, manifestation abilities, and a deep spiritual insight that often goes beyond their own understanding. They sense energy shifts before they happen, foresee events before they unfold, and can influence reality through their thoughts and intentions. But with great power comes great responsibility, and many of them fear the extent of what they are truly capable of. They worry that their words, actions, or even their mere presence might unintentionally affect those around them in ways they cannot control. Because of this fear, they often hold themselves back, dimming their own light so as not to overwhelm or intimidate others. They choose to stay in the background, reluctant to embrace the full magnitude of their potential. Yet deep down, they know that their power is meant to be used, not for personal gain, but for a greater purpose. Over time, they must learn to overcome this fear, to step fully into their gifts, and to use them in service of the world, regardless of how daunting that responsibility may seem. 7. They hide their true visions and prophetic dreams. Some chosen ones have visions of the future, prophetic dreams, or strong gut feelings that always prove right. But they rarely share these insights because they fear being labeled crazy or delusional. They know that society is quick to dismiss things it doesn't understand, so they keep their revelations locked away, only acting on them when the time is right. 8. They know they are different, but they don't always know why. One of the hardest things chosen ones deal with is the sense that they are meant for something greater, but not always knowing what that is. They can feel the pull of destiny, yet the path isn't always clear. This uncertainty can be frustrating, but they trust that their journey will unfold as it's meant to. Until then, they walk in faith, keeping their secrets hidden from the world. If you relate to these hidden struggles, know that you are not alone. You are not broken. You are simply walking a path that few can understand. Embrace your uniqueness, protect your energy, and trust that everything is happening as it should. The world may not see your battles, but the universe recognizes your strength.